So, if you get a canary blenny, be really careful. I think it killed my Midas blenny. So, that's something that can happen. Just a full warning on that. Like I said, I went out to Atlanta Aquarium, got some new Euphyllia corals. I got got a frog spawn and looks like a hammer coral. If Lorraine would get out of the way, we could see it. But I've had a lot of good growth, a lot of good SPS growth. I don't have anything that's, acropora and stuff like that. Things that are a little bit more finicky when it comes to alkalinity. I attribute a lot of my success to water changes, and if you have emerald crabs, definitely watch them around Duncan corals, because mine was digging in on it. He was trying to eat the Duncan coral. Yeah, everybody's over here eating on some seaweed. But it is Christmas Eve, and I am just chilling at the casa at the moment. Been messing with the fishes. Everything's doing real well. I've got a bunch of different little creatures in here, but it's a 90-gallon display. And then I've got 30 gallons some down here. And everything's running real smooth. So far, no problems. Nitrates are probably around 20 parts per million still. Maybe a little bit lower too, because it doesn't really show 20, it just shows right in between, like 15 and 20 it seems. I use test strips. I don't usually do like any other crazy nitrate things. I just stick to a routine of doing a water change of 10 gallons every week to week and a half, depending on how my schedule works with it. But as you can see, the colonies that are in here are expanding and growing and doing real well. Like I said, I lost my Midas blenny, which is a sad reality, but I added a canary blenny and probably shouldn't have. Either way, I'm alright with a canary. I have a bunch of these weird, kind of pesty kind of creatures. They throw out like long stinging tentacles, it looks like. I can't really see any on the rock, but the canary blenny actually feeds on them. I used to have a lot more in my tank, and since the addition of the canary blenny, it has been hunting them, and thus I've seen a giant reduction in those strange tubular worm. They're a worm of some sort, but not like anything too pesty, as in it's gonna sting coral and stuff. But yeah, the leather colonies are doing well. I had to putty down the one that Tatanka, my warpaint goby's chilling in. He's a funny little dude though. Yep. So I've been looking out online for the Hipargero, and I have not seen it, but the light still performs awesomely. So if you can find the 78-watt version and you want to add it to your tank, I think it's worth it. But the one that definitely is available is the Nicru, and I like that one just as much. It's actually my best performing light for, I would say, even a deeper tank if need be. It's got a good spread. It definitely covers a lot of ground, and you get a good solid preset. Everything seems to really like the light, and it's pretty simple to, it's like one touch and I'm in night mode and stuff like that. Puts all the blues on. I really do enjoy that kind of feature. But yeah, I've had Euphyllia corals in my nano systems, and I've had them succeed and then die, and I'm hoping that I don't have that same type of scenario in here. Things have been doing a lot better, and I theorize that the reason why corals do better in larger systems, you still have to do your maintenance for one, but they have so much more water quantity to pull from, to where you're not exacerbating all your fine elements, your calcium, your alkalinity. It's not getting it zapped as fast as it could when you're in a nano system because of the amount of actual water that's in your tank. So, you know, like thinking about volume of the tank, and having more water gives you more trace elements for these corals to pull from. So a bigger display is just easier to maintain, is what I'm getting at. As long as you're providing that tidal change of new elements, new water, through either water changes, Triton method, refugium, stuff like that. I mean, I see people that post things like, hey, I haven't changed my water in 4 years and my tank's thriving. And that's just, it's interesting because you know that somebody is utilizing the systems of the ocean that are in place already, you know, without skimmers and stuff like that. So the tank, I think as maturity comes, you can step away from water changes because it ends up becoming its own ecosystem. You just got to wait for the foundations to get built within the system. But it's fun. As always, the hobby's just a great little learning adventure. You're a scientist in a sense, but you're a scientist in the senses of you're engineering an ecosystem in an area where this ecosystem shouldn't exist. And the tank is an island of resources. Like, it only has so much, and that's why they say bigger is better when you get into the saltwater reefing, just because it's easier to handle these kinds of parameters with a larger system through water changes. But that's just one way you can do it. Like I said, I had success with that Triton method. I was going strong for about 6 months, 8 months, and then it seemed like everything, I think it was like a fish dies, and then all of a sudden the system gets thrown out of whack. So that's the thing that can really jack you up, is whenever you have loss of life, which is going to happen. But, you know, I like to crowd my systems with life and creatures and keep it, you know, small in comparison. Like, I want to keep my fish that are not going to get massive in the system. You know, these clowns aren't going to get too much bigger than what they are. But anyway, Merry Christmas, y'all. Thanks for checking out my video. Peace.